So next we're going to do the 90-90 hip rotation with a reach. This is a great mobility drill if you've got tight hips, sore lower back, if you spend a lot of time sitting, or if you are an athlete, especially grappling, soccer player, that type of stuff. Really does a great job opening up the hips, releasing the glutes, and flossing the hip joints. So I'm going to start in a seated position with my knees bent to 90 degrees. That's important. I want to pull the toes up so that I can maintain position with my legs. And I want my feet to be spaced roughly 1.5 feet apart. If I go too far apart, I can put the extra pressure on the knees. If I'm too close, I won't have enough room to maneuver here. So about 1.5 feet apart. What I'm gonna do is rotate through, coming through this way. One of my femurs is going through internal rotation, the other one external rotation. Once I get into this position, I'm gonna add to the stretch by reaching across this leg with my opposite arm. You will do typically 2 pulses here before transitioning to the other side. The key point when you're transitioning is to keep your heels on the ground. Try not to let your legs slip out from underneath you. Once I rotate to the other side, I'm going to repeat that process. Now, if you're really tight throughout the hip muscles, coming across without having your hands on the ground might not be possible yet. So it's totally okay as you're transitioning to keep your hands behind you to alleviate some of that pressure. Now, if you want, you can turn this into a longer stretch by holding, as opposed to doing the pulses. Both are very beneficial. And one last point I'll make here is that when you rotate through, you want to make sure you're maintaining this 90-degree angle of the leg here, because if the legs get really straight, you're going to put a ton of pressure on the insides and outsides of the knee as you're rotating through. And if you bend the legs too much, you won't get much of a stretch out at all. So try to maintain that 90-degree angle through the knee joint there as you're rotating through the movement.